Hello and welcome to Freshman Advising 101, presented by the University Advising Center. My name is Christopher Daria, and I am the Assistant Director of the University Advising Center. In this session, we will discuss academic advising, the Division of Student Success, and the services we offer, as well as FERPA privacy law. The University Advising Center, or UAC, advises your student during their first year on campus. Each student is assigned to an advisor for their major, but students can see other advisors in the UAC for help if needed. We can also refer them to other campus resources, help them explore their majors, and assist them with any other academic needs. The UAC is part of the Division of Student Success at UT Arlington, which is the one-stop shop for all student success resources. We are located in Ransom Hall, which is right across from the University Center. The division also houses University Studies, our completion degree program at UTA, the Academic Success Center, which houses academic support programs, tutoring, and supplemental instruction are examples of that, and academic engagement programs such as academic coaching or student support services. We also house testing services and new student courses, which manages our learning communities, and we're going to talk more about those later. Now we are going to talk a little bit more about academic advising and what your first-year student can expect. Let's first talk about the difference between academic advisors and counselors. In high school, counselors provided students with personal counseling as well as assist them with their academic needs, such as class scheduling. In college, however, advisors and counselors have different roles. So advisors help students with academic needs, while counselors provide assistance with personal needs. Our Counseling and Psychological Services Office, or CAPS, is the counseling resource on campus. It is also located in Ransom Hall on the 3rd floor, as well as on the 2nd floor of the Maverick Activity Center, known as the MAC. So what can students expect from their advisors? They can expect their advisors to effectively communicate university policies and procedures, to encourage and guide them as they define and develop realistic goals, to support them in developing an educational plan, provide them with information about available resources and services on campus, help them understand the purpose and goals of higher education and its impact on their goals, monitor and document their progress, be accessible to meet with them and respond to their email, help them with decision-making skills and assuming responsibility for their plans and achievements, maintain confidentiality, and assist them in working closely with their professors. For advising, students are expected to use the university catalog. They are responsible for knowing the policies and procedures of our campus, and advisors can help them with understanding them. Also, to schedule an appointment with their advisor, this can be done through the UAC website. To see an advisor each year, students get an academic department or an advising hold on their account and must see an advisor each semester in order to enroll in classes. Come prepared for their appointment. They should have a general idea of the classes they want to take, and they should have a written list of questions if they have any. They are expected to keep all of their advising documents, be involved in discussions with their advisor, give their advisor accurate information, ask their advisor questions about anything they don't understand, tell their advisor if they're experiencing difficulty in any of their classes, and ask for help anytime they need it. Also, to accept responsibility for their decisions and follow up on action plans from their advisor. For example, if a student wants to drop a class, there are things they need to check on prior to it dropping, such as financial aid, and it is their responsibility to do this. Finally, they are expected to get their advisor's approval for any schedule changes, such as classes, not necessarily the days and times for their class, but adding and dropping classes to their schedule. Your student's advisor will proactively communicate with them regularly. This is primarily done via email, and we highly encourage students to check their UTA email on a daily basis and to particularly pay attention to any emails pertaining to advising. We communicate with them about their grades, both progress reports and final grades, any action steps they need to take, when to schedule an appointment for advising, and any other information that they may need to know. We may also call or text them to let them know important information, but email is still our primary communication method. Now we'll talk a bit about FERPA, which you may have heard of by now. In college, FERPA applies once a student is enrolled in classes regardless of their age. We cannot release any information about a student's account to anyone other than the student unless they have specifically given us permission to do so. Students can grant guest access to their records on MyMav, which is our student records portal. And even if guest access is on file for a student, any transactions must be requested by the student. For example, requesting to drop a class must come from the students themselves. Guest access only allows us to provide information when requested by the designated individual. And particularly in advising, we always encourage the student to be present in the conversation. If a guest access is not on file, we can only provide general information. If you as a parent want to know your student's grades but do not have that guest access, we encourage you to talk to your student and keep the lines of communication open between y'all. Now we're going to talk about some basic academic information that will help you understand your students' advising and class scheduling. The core curriculum is part of every degree at UTA. Your student will take courses in different areas such as history and science, regardless of their major. Specific core classes can vary by major, however, but we as advisors will let your students know about this and guide them on what to take. Here's a breakdown of the course numbers. In addition to the subject, the first number is the general course. 1 is for freshman, 2 is for sophomore, etc. This does not necessarily correspond to the difficulty though, and some freshmen may be taking 2000 level courses in their first semester. The second number is how many credit hours they will earn for their course. As you see, the subject is right there, as is the level and the credit hours. So how many credit hours? This is a little test to check how many credit hours are in each of these classes. So we have 3 classes here, Chem 1465, UNIV 1131, and Engineering 1250. So if you guess that there are 4 credit hours in Chem 1, 1 credit hour in UNIV, and Engineering 1250 has 2, giving the total of 7 credit hours. Congratulations, you have won a prize, which is the satisfaction of knowing that you got the answer right. Hooray! So credit hours are the number of hours students spend in class each week during the semester. And most degrees will require 120 credit hours total. That brings us to our Take 15 initiative. If your student completes 15 hours each semester, which is 30 hours each year, they will graduate in 4 years. UTA has a Take 15 initiative that encourages this. We will advise your students for 15 hours or close to that each semester, or help them plan to make up the hours in the summer. If there are financial aid opportunities in the summer, if your student qualifies. So we have free tutoring, and your student can successfully complete their classes by taking advantage of this free tutoring offered by the Academic Success Center on the 2nd floor of the Central Library and online. They should start tutoring early. Waiting till finals may not pay off the way that they want it to. So let's talk about learning communities. Your student will be part of a learning community during their first semester at UTA. They will take a UNIV 1-hour student success course with other students in their major, and some of our learning communities will pair that UNIV course with another class. Their advisor will place them in a learning community based on their major and the classes that they need. When your student is advised for classes, their advisor will let them know which learning community and classes, or just one class, they have been placed into. They will be already enrolled in that class or those classes, and they will see that on their schedule in MyMav. The course or courses that they are enrolled in are locked into their schedules and cannot be changed. They will then be advised for the rest of their classes. A little bit about that UNIV Student Success course. It will cover all kinds of topics that will help your student be successful in college. It is also a great opportunity for your student to connect early with other students in their major. By taking the UNIV course, this is a great way to make friends, form study groups, and get on the pathway towards success here at UTA. We also have PALs, which are known as peer academic leaders. They will primarily teach the UNIV course. These are UTA students who have done well in their classes and are sharing their knowledge with new first-year students. Your student's PAL will also reach out to them personally throughout the semester just to see how they're doing. After advising, if your student is waiting on AP scores or other test credit this summer or needs to send their college transcript with dual credit, their advisor will tell them to email for class changes when their scores and/or transcripts have been sent to UTA and are ready for review. Your student is encouraged to email their advisor with any questions they may have after their initial advising appointment. Let's finish up talking about goals. Right now, we are focused on getting your student ready for their first semester, but this is just the first and probably most important step they will take. After their first year, if they are making progress in their major, they will be accepted into their college. The final goal is graduation in 4 years. If your student just commits to one semester at a time and asks for help when they need it, they'll be walking across that stage 4 years from now. So thank you so much for watching this video. We look forward to working with your students and to help them achieve success here at UT Arlington during their first year and beyond. Enjoy the rest of your day and go Mavs.